Hey, what's going on, guys? Reno Casino here. What's going on, man? Real quick, just wanted to talk about this gender war that we're going through. For all you gentlemen out here who love the women, who love life, who want to be real men in a world that's telling you that's the wrong thing to do. Just like the stock market, when they try to over finesse, they create a bubble. And see, what we got wrong is that we thought feminism meant pro-feminism. No. And what's happening now is the women in this gender war are starting to see that they might have got played. And for some of you, we might just have to sit back and be patient, because this is deeper than Pookie and Ray Ray. This is about man and woman. You know, there's people in higher positions in the pyramid that want this gender war. Like any war, somebody's making money and profiteering off of war. If you know your history, even just Google history, internet history, we all know that in war, somebody's making profit, because they have to be. Somebody has to be making the bullets. Somebody has to be making the guns for every soldier that dies. It's not like Call of Duty, where we just kill the guy and just take his gun, even though we might. But to them, it's collateral damage. We lost the gun. So don't get it confused. In this gender war, somebody's getting paid, man. Somebody's getting paid to make sure none of us get laid. And who's getting paid, you might ask? I'll tell you who's getting paid. The same ones that are keeping you from getting the women. Like, who runs the internet for real? Who even created the internet? Computers, internet, nerds, incels, the disenfranchised of anybody's culture. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Y'all know, just like I know, in every culture, there's always a dweeb. There's always, you won't want to call him a loser, but a guy who you're just not the man like that, bro. You're built like a beta. You got a face of a beta. You don't care about yourself like an alpha does. You know, you got more rage than an alpha does, because an alpha, hell, even a sigma will go out there and defend themselves against problems they have, or so remember, the people that are helping to fund this gender war, the people that are helping to perpetuate this gender war that's keeping man and woman alone and thinking that they're in the right, are the same dweebs, dorks, geeks that you made fun of in high school, you made fun of in middle school, college, elementary school, whatever. And they held on to that. And they held on to it like a grudge. And they sat back and watched you all flourish in high school and reach your little peak. And I'm going to stay a nerd and I'm going to read all this information. Because when you cats need jobs, when you clowns go out here and have illegitimate babies, and all of a sudden you need a handout, I'm the hand. Oh yeah. It don't take a whole 20 minutes, 30 minutes to break down what's really going on here. And in this gender war, we got women talking about this and that and the third. We got men talking about women of this and that and the third. But we somehow envy and rebel the couples of the past. Somehow, OnlyFans has made women the biggest hoes that's ever been. But in reality, OnlyFans is the safest and most economic money women have ever made in the sex business. I need you to marinate. I'm not repeating things. I'm not going to over exaggerate. OnlyFans has been the safest way for women to prostitute, trick, whatever you guys want to call it, ever. And can you blame a broad? Because you clowns are willing to spend $5.99, $10.99, $20.99 a month to see this girl in various positions by a cameraman who's probably in line to smash her. You get what I'm saying? So the whole thing of this rant right now, guys, is just to keep you in mind of we are in the gender war, not the higher ups, not the so-called high value man. Let me tell you something about the high value man. The high value man is the one that's running social media. The high value man is the one that owns the company that's allowing all these narcissists, because we're all narcissists when we get on this social media. They're allowing us to let our opinions off like we're gurus, and they get paid. They get the women. They get all the nectar, all the honey, all the work you're putting in, all the ups and downs, rejections, and all that, for the women to be brainwashed into wanting money more than love, to go after the money, because they felt like they were being left out of the money wheel because all the guys are making more money, overlooking the power of what a woman already possessed. Women don't know how powerful they are because they're not taught of how powerful they are through their femininity. They're not taught that. They're just taught that you being feminine by nature, just by being a girl yourself, you already have that. It's not a practice, it's not a skill, it's not a discipline, it's something that you were embedded with. That's the lie. Because now we got women that are acting masculine. I don't like to say that women are acting like men. They're not acting like men. They're just utilizing masculine energy. Yeah, us men provide the seed, but the women are the manufacturers of said seed. It's no different than me putting seed in that little grass right there. The seed, let's say I had a seed, this was full of seeds. So this represents man. That over there represents woman. That represented sex. I busted in her. I put the seed in her. Now, that could turn into a plant or nothing because of her. So it takes a two-part system, guys. And they're making us overlook this with this so-called gender war. And while y'all don't know it, it's keeping population in check. It's keeping people from not having sex. It's keeping people in a state of sadness, flux, and desperation. So now these high value men who are really nerds, who can never, they can't smash. See, here's the problem. We allowed the nerds to take over. We allowed the incels, the disenfranchised to take over. And once they did that, we were left in the dark. They don't got to fight us. They could just take what we need to kill us. Nah, we can't fight you physically, but we'll take your women. We'll take your manhood. Hell, we'll take what women look into you as, yeah, that's the kind of man I want. That's the man I want to have my babies. That's the man I want to be a part of a legacy of. We'll treat it like it's the worst thing you can do. Because if you notice, women aren't after love anymore. They're not after the man of their dreams. They are after money. See, women are natural followers, and they don't understand that because they have been naturally followed to believe that they are somehow natural leaders because they manufacture seed. It's not necessarily their fault, because we got to remember as men, whether you're biblical or you are atheist, women are a byproduct of us. So somewhere down the line, there is a man who is manipulating our women to believe that we're the problem, and these high, quote unquote, high value men, nerds, incels, who couldn't get the girl back in school, who waited, who was so desperate to just get a taste of a woman, they would take any opportunity they could get. And now that they got control of the companies and their CEOs, and we were too busy trying to be jocks, now they run the world. And they're running your woman. The question is, what are we going to do about it, gentlemen? Are we going to sit here and keep believing these scrolls and everybody who thinks they're relationship gurus who are single their damn self? or we're going to claim our spot back. See, what they're not telling you is all this is leading to loneliness. Everybody's lonely now. These women are lonely. You're lonely. He's lonely. Her girlfriend's lonely. Everybody's single. But everybody got advice on relationships. But all the people who got that advice are single, including myself. Hell, I'm going through withdrawals right now because I walked away from an old girl. I had to find a better life. I'm chilling. So here's the results. Don't believe the hype. You might need to start learning how to trust your own instincts more than what this social media is telling you. Remember, if you have the nerve to think you're a conspiracy theorist, if you have the nerve to even know what Illuminati means, then you should know things are hidden in plain sight. And these guys are the masters of this. They have spent billions of dollars trying to manipulate and control the populace. They got people whose whole job, whole career is just to learn how you think. And they get paid handsomely to do that. And if I'm lying, then how have they successfully done this since the quote-unquote COVID-19 situation? Because that's what started all this. Now, I don't want to get too deep in the rant. I just wanted to give this out for now as an experimentation of what kind of content do I want to make, because I'm real as hell. And sometimes we need somebody from the bottom of the map instead of all these guys with the cute-ass studios and paid for women to go in there and talk bullshit. Sometimes we need the top and the bottom. So I'll represent that for you guys. If you want more content, just holler at your boy Reno, and we will elevate together. Just holler at me, man. One.